That game, that game was awesome. Welcome to another exciting edition of Go Pack Go all day. And I'm your host, Vinny B. Hit that like and subscribe button. Anyway, this game right here, the Washington Commanders, aka the Redskins, went up against the Detroit Lions inside Detroit, inside Ford Field. And the Commanders surprisingly pull out the win, the victory, 45-31. This was incredible. I was excited to watch this game all the way through. Probably one of the best games of the playoffs. Although I did not see the previous Commanders game, but so far the Commanders games have been phenomenal. So, first quarter of the game, the Lions score a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs runs in and scores a touchdown. It's 7-0 Lions. Then the Washington Commanders, I believe at one point, so I think before this, they tried to go for it on fourth down and didn't get it. But then eventually they got a field goal. So it's 7-3 after the first quarter. So you're heading into the second quarter. And eventually the Commanders score a touchdown. Brian Robinson gets a 2-yard run. And it's 10-7. 10-7, Commanders are up. And then the Lions retaliate with a Sam Laporta touchdown for 2 yards. It's 14-10 Lions. It's been a back and forth game. So this is really exciting to see something like this in the playoffs, which we really haven't seen in most of these games. Most of these games have just been crushed one side more than the other. And so then the Commanders score a 50-yard passing touchdown from Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels has been a freaking magician out there pulling rabbits out of his hat. So the Commanders are up 17-14. And then inside the second quarter, the Lions throw a pick six. Jared Goff throws the ball into the hands of Quayne Martin, who catches the ball and runs the ball for 40 yards in for a touchdown. It's 24-14. The Commanders are up by 10. And then the Lions retaliate with a running touchdown by Jamison Williams. So it's 24-21. And then the Commanders get a touchdown pass to Zach Ertz, the tight end, right before the half. So it's 31-21. And I believe the Lions also had an additional interception in that quarter. There was a total of 4 interceptions by the Detroit Lions in this game. So if anything, it's really tough to win football games if you throw 3 to 4 interceptions in a game. So Commanders defense wins games. So good job on the Commanders. So into the half, the Detroit Lions, Jahmyr Gibbs again scores a touchdown. It's 31-28. At this point, it's not out of reach. You're only down by 3 points, a field goal. And then into the fourth quarter, this is where it gets interesting, okay? The Commanders score another touchdown. It's 38-28. And then they score another touchdown, and it's 45-28. The kicker for the Commanders didn't miss any extra points from what I can tell. I think there might have been a blocked field goal, however. And then the Lions, with just, 5 minutes left in the game, they get the ball all the way down the field to go for a field goal instead of going for the touchdown. And then somehow, some way, the Commanders just contained the Lions for the last 5 minutes of the game. And so the final score, 45-31, the Commanders pull out the victory in Ford Field. The crowd was mostly Lions fans, I believe. And for the most part, the Commanders had 481 total yards, and the Lions had 521 total yards. So usually when you have more yards, it's usually because, you gave up too many interceptions. So Jaden Daniels, that guy is the real deal. Probably the top pick of the draft. Probably a better quarterback. But also, the Commanders have a much better team than the Chicago Bears. But as a Packers fan, it's always nice to see the Detroit Lions lose a game. The Detroit Lions were the number 1 seed who lost to the 6th seed Commanders in this game. Wow, what a ball game. And now the Commanders get to either go up against the Philadelphia Eagles or the Los Angeles Rams, which will be an awesome game to watch coming up. So, Dan Campbell talking about how he has to chew off a kneecap if he has to. The Lions have been a very, dirty team, in my opinion. They've been trying to injure other players, but at the same time, they have injured themselves. I believe they had 16 total players on the IR of this game. So, on to the next season for the Lions. There is no NFC North teams no longer in the playoffs. So, I'm rooting for the Commanders. I would love to see a rookie quarterback in the Super Bowl because it's never been done before. That's never been done before. A rookie quarterback has never been in the Super Bowl. So, Jaden Daniels, keep doing your thing, buddy. I am rooting for you. So, that's all I got to say. Hit that like and subscribe button and go Pack Go all day. Hey, this game right here could have been the Lions versus the Packers. I think that would have been way more exciting. However, the Redskins look like a Super Bowl team right now. Defense wins games, and they did that. They were stopping a very tough Lions team who, in my opinion, they should have focused way more on their running game because Jahmyr Gibbs was freaking running that ball down the field, okay? So whatever happened there, both these teams are going to be great next season. The Lions have proven that they are a tough team, but the Packers need to figure out how can they beat the Lions and how can they beat the Commanders next season with all the adjustments necessary.